We love hip
because
hop.
a lot of things have developed in the Charlamagne the God versus Akademiks, Rock Nation versus old new media, the proxy war that has been going on, that has been taking over the whole scene. Now, when we last left off, Akademiks got on his live stream. He revealed a super bombshell that pretty much set the internet on a spin right now. Charlamagne should be home from vacation probably by Friday, if I'm not mistaken, and back on the radio on Monday. So when he went on his vacation, Akademiks dropped the bombshell that he is on paperwork he was on paperwork for the Rock Nation bid for the casino that they got turned down for in New York City. Now everybody else has come out with their proof of why Charlamagne the God has been connected to Rock Nation the whole damn time. But wait, it gets worse. Allegations out the wazoo about his wife, cheating on his wife, about him getting dildos up his booty hole.
Hey, yo, chill.
All types of nasty shit is starting to come out into the woodworks right now. Okay? Not only that, it gets worse. Him fucking over Envy, DJ Envy, out of his money over there at the radio station, trying to play him out of his position. There's just been so much shit that have come down the pipeline about Charlamagne the God that I don't know if he was going to be able to wait for his vacation to be over to respond to all of this stuff. So let me just go to Charlamagne the God's page. Okay, let's see. Let's go. See the God. See what he did right there? See the God. Oh, see what he did right there? He has finally responded. And this is his post. Okay, I can't hear any music right now. Can I hear the music? Because the music that he had playing when I was watching this on my own Instagram page. Let me see if I could find the post from my phone, because I don't know why I can't hear the music. Charlamagne, you're gonna make me buy bottles for Charlamagne. Maybe we could play it off of the phone. See the God. Let's see. Yeah. Listen. Ain't no love in the heart of town. All right? Maybe if I refresh it, but he's playing some Jay-Z. Ain't no love. He don't give a shit. All right? He looks unbothered. He's on the beach. He's getting a tan. But they haven't stopped. One of the big things that came out of this whole Charlamagne getting exposed is one of his arch rivals, main arch rivals, Funk Flex, came out and dropped a crazy bomb on him. Let me see if I could find that post, because the link that I had is gone. Let's see. Funk Flex. Funk Master Flex. Okay, let's see what Funk Flex had to say about Charlamagne the God. So here's the post.
And to be honest, his name's Charlamagne, I'm going to tell you why you did that. And I'm going to turn the music down. I'm going to tell you why a lot of people don't understand why you did that. I'm going to tell you why. You stood outside of New York, in North Carolina, your whole life. I think you did a little time in Philly. And you looked down at this city and you were amazed by it. You want to come here. And you wanted to skip the line. And you thought, let me get next to Jay-Z. I mean, you rode his corn knob every chance you got, bro. Every chance you got.
Corn knob is crazy.
You rode his pepper, and you got his mayonnaise all over your face.
Hey, yo, chill.
Every chance you got. You know why? because you was looking for validation from a New York cat. You wanted validation.
Oh, no.
And what you did not realize, Charlamagne, is that boy Jay-Z right there, you ain't smarter than him. He's hustler from Brooklyn. You ain't never gonna outsmart him.
Ever.
And I know, Charlamagne, you was at your dinner table. Jay-Z really likes me. He likes my opinion.
Flex is a demon.
You was wearing that dirty Rock Nation hat, I don't know how many days in a row. I thought it was a uniform.
Oh.
I'm just keeping it a buck
I told you guys about that hat, bro. I told you about that hat, man.
with you. I'm not taking away from your accomplishments and what you do for people. But I'm saying you are a groupie
Yikes.
with that Jay-Z. And you know something? We're going to keep it a buck today. You know, us from New York, see, you thought us falling back on
Yo, smash that fucking like button, man. We about to get into the trenches right now.
Jay. You could just jump in and put his knob all over your nose.
Oh!
Right? And put his eggnog
Hey,
all in
yo,
your mouth.
chill.
And you know the picture I'm painting, bro. So now, what you didn't realize, and we ain't mad at Jay-Z for this, he was neutralizing your opinion, turning you into a parrot, and making you regurgitate what he wanted to get out there. Welcome to the club. You want to know why? And there's nothing wrong with it.
Bear bombs dropping.
Jay-Z does that to everybody. We ain't mad at him. We respect the hustle. He's a hustler.
Respect.
And the crazy thing is, Charlamagne, I know he didn't even really want to deal with you. You were just all over his gumbo. And I would do it too. Yo, Charlamagne's on line 6. What? Call him back tomorrow. Yo,
What?
Charlamagne's on line 4. What? Call him back. Yo, Charlamagne's on line 2. Yeah, man. Yo, you think he wants to get on my gumbo? Yeah, he does. You think he wants my mayonnaise in his
Hey,
face?
yo,
Yeah.
chill.
Yo, bro, stop, bro. What of all these homoerotic references, bro? What the hell? It's enough, man. We get it. Mayonnaise. You know what? I don't think Funk Flex brought any new information.
And you thought, let me get next to Jay-Z. I mean, you rode his corn knob every chance you got, bro.
Hey, yo,
Every chance
chill.
you got. You rode his pepper and you got his mayonnaise all over your face. Every chance you got. You know why? Because you was looking for validation from a New York cat. You wanted validation. And what you did not realize, Charlamagne, is that boy Jay-Z right there.
Okay. I thought this was a longer piece here. Pause. Oh, this guy flexes flagrant. Holy shit, brother.
And to be honest, yo, Charlamagne's on line 4. What? Call him back. Yo, Charlamagne's on line 2. Yeah, man. Yo, you think he wants to get on my gumbo? Yeah, he does. You think he wants my mayonnaise in his face? Yeah. Charlamagne will take that mayonnaise.
Hey,
You've been riding
Why are you putting a bomb on that?
another man's machine.
I need to see the rest of this. Where's the rest of this? 47 minutes? Bro, yo, we can't do the whole 47 minutes. I'm sorry, gang.
Colin's reason for that was what he felt was going on with in America on things that are going on. So Nessa, you know, a few people will shoot me a few stories. Shout out to Joe IE, Tap, Wizza, of course, Nessa. They shoot me stories of what's going on. So I guess where do we start? I gotta be honest. I wanna
This
just
nigga gave it 47 minutes. Yo, this is the worst guy. Look at the smile on his face. This is the worst guy that you want on your ass, bro. He's gonna give you a bunch of these. Right? And they already have pre-existing beef. If you guys remember, Can I Get a Drop? The Can I Get a Drop was partially, they're saying, allegedly due to Lil Kim and them's people, right? Can I get a drop? But then there's other stories that are saying that this possibly could have been Funk Flex and them that got them to run down on Charlamagne. I proceed. I do it.
That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil.
What's good, my G? Can I get a drop?
What's up with y'all in these drops, man?
I need a drop, son.
Yeah, this is probably going to get my video turned yellow.
I need a drop, baby.
Right? So, yeah. I was trying to stop it right before the punch. Fuck.
Double back to Colin Kaepernick. That situation. Right? And
this guy.
I guess with the NFL, right? With the NFL, there was Colin was really expressing what he felt, what was going on, providing assistance and help, and he was a voice for bringing positivity, if that's the right word.
We love hip hop.
You know, awareness is a better word. You're right, Tat. Your mic's not on, I don't think. Awareness to this whole situation that was going on with the NFL. Colin was criticized for kneeling. And let's not forget, Colin's reason for that was what he felt was going on with in America with
Police brutality.
with police brutality. And, you know, it was also, listen, he had some energy he felt about the NFL and maybe how it was moving.
He's slow walking.
And the owners and things like that. So in the midst of that, Jay-Z, you know, Jay-Z jumped into that situation and derailed it. Right?
Yes.
But you know, before I continue with the Colin Kaepernick Jay-Z situation, we have to have a great understanding of who Jay-Z is. You know, and this is, for me, he is the world's greatest MC to me.
He is cross.
And I know we're going to discuss this today.
This guy is like, I don't know.
I want to make sure you understand.
Get the Charlamagne, nigga.
I know people get mad when I say this. He's a little greater than Biggie to me and Nas.
All right now.
He is, you know, I always, his outfit, his delivery, the bars. Because listen, man, Kendrick and Drake went back and forth for a long time.
This shit has nothing to do with none of that shit. This nigga just talking. Nigga, get to it.
Because we see through the jokes. And listen, it's a good jokes, bro. I ain't knocking your jokes. I'm just saying it came at the expense of Colin Kaepernick, and we saw you. Take it, but wear it, man. That's all, because that's why this all gets weird. If you're saying something about him, he gets upset. His team gets upset because we see through the jokes. And listen, it's a good jokes, bro. I ain't knocking your jokes.
Respect the
I'm just
jokes.
saying it came at the expense of Colin Kaepernick, and we saw you.
We saw you.
Made, not you and your team, made personal calls to air personalities to make sure how they spun it. So he was with Colin in the beginning, but when you smelt the bag, and I hate to say this, my brother, but this is how it works. You was with Colin, wearing the jersey with him, phone calling him and everything. Y'all was communicating.
What that bag smell like?
You either got a call, a whiff, that the NFL wants to talk to you. Somewhere in there, you made a decision. Jokes. But it's okay. Brooklyn, I understand it. You a hustler. I understand you, bro. But I keep it a buck, man. Most Brooklyn and hustlers, they just say what it is, man. I'm going to get that money. That's what the part you're not saying, Jay-Z. I'm going to get that money. Once again, I like 9 out of the 10 things that Jay-Z does. This one is just a subject matter that's been coming up, and we talking about it. Now, we're not going to fast forward. We're going to keep moving. Then we get Leonard in there. Leonard, what's his name?
McKeevy?
No, don't do this. Let's see the guard.
Yeah.
He's at this press conference. And to be honest, you know, once again, your accomplishments are great, my brother. But see the guard, you made your name off the street, and everybody that believes in you on that World Star World, online, you know, the grind, everybody from the street. That's where you made your name. So then when you get up into some press conference in the NFL and you start stuttering, looking stupid, you know, that ain't an act. Because now that we learn after Akademiks has exposed you that this is a prior partnership that y'all did. And the problem is
he's talking about this thing here. I probably could find this real quick. Jay-Z NFL. Jay-Z. This is going to be easy to find because everybody's on this shit right now. Charlamagne. They're going to make me buy bottles for Charlamagne. Where's the press conference? Jay-Z NFL. Let's do this. Press conference. Because I've been seeing videos of this shit popping up again. Charlamagne in the room asking questions. You know it's out there. Don't play them games. Watch him.
Okay. I think we passed kneeling.
We passed
I think it's time to
passed that.
go into actionable items. I think everyone knows what the issue is. And we're done with that. Everyone knows what you know what the issue is? You know why we were kneeling? Okay. Do you know the issue? Yeah. Do you know the issue? Yes. We all know the issue now. Okay. Next. Where are we moving on next? And I'm not, again, so to be clear for the room.
Where's the clip of Charlamagne in the room? Look. Star was on his ass. Streamed 6 hours ago. Here it is.
This is a success, right? This is the next thing, right? Because there's 2 parts of protesting.
Action to sit was later lifted to
Okay,
taking a knee.
I ain't gonna find it. Anyways, fuck it.
it's with the both of y'all is you're duping the public. That's the part in here. So you thought it was okay for Jay to say we're past kneeling and everything else. You sat there, you didn't say nothing. You could tell people behind the scenes what you said got edited out. We don't believe you. It's cool. And to be honest, his name's Charlamagne. I'm gonna tell you why
you act like you don't know his name.
And I'm gonna turn the music down. I'm gonna tell you why a lot of people don't understand why you did that. I'm gonna tell you why. You stood outside of New York, in North Carolina your whole life. I think you did a little time in Philly. And you look down at this city and you're amazed by it. You want to come here. And you wanted to skip the line. And you thought, let me get next to Jay-Z. I mean, you rode his corn knob.
Okay. No, we can't do the gay shit again. Sorry.
Crazy thing is, Charlamagne, I know he didn't even really want to deal with you. You were just all over his gumbo. And I would do it too. Yo, Charlamagne's on line 6. Word. Call him back tomorrow. Yo, Charlamagne. Yo, I did the Max B laugh. And you know something? And I'm going to get back to Jay. But you know, Charlamagne made his name in New York, making New York artists and everybody go at each other. He came here to New York City, and nothing wrong. You fell for it. Nothing wrong. I'm not down in another dude. Now, Akademiks, who's never your friend, bruh. He's from Jersey. You from North Carolina.
South Carolina.
South? Well, I've been saying the wrong place the whole time? Sorry. Akademiks is from the town.
Yep.
I'm from the town.
Yep.
Joe Buttons is from the town.
Yep.
They just let you go, watching you knob off Jay, just waiting for you to fall. And here I am now describing how you had the knob all the way in the back of your throat.
Oh my God.
Knob,
Hey,
what-
yo,
Mr.
chill.
Mayonnaise.
Yo, Knob Deep.
That's what I'm calling him from now on, Mr. Mayonnaise,
You didn't hear Knob Deep? Knob Deep is crazy.
Knob Deep.
a.k.a. Knob Deep. Yes, Mr. Mayonnaise, a.k.a. Knob Deep Charlamagne. Okay, so
Knob Deep is
I always get a name
flagrant.
out of it. So moving that forward, right? Then the other day he says, yo, people have selective rage.
Yeah.
You have selective mayonnaise in your mouth, bro.
Oh, shit.
What are you talking about? Selective rage?
Hey, yo.
Yeah, there's
chill.
rage about the Colin Kaepernick situation. Yes, there's rage that you faded. You faded all the way. What's the guy? Homer Simpson, into the bushes.
Yep.
You was right into the bushes, Homer. Mr. Mayonnaise.
Yep.
What'd you say, Deep?
Knob Deep.
Knob Deep. Yes.
Hey,
so
yo,
you faded into the
chill.
bushes. That's okay. You were never from the town. You don't know how to recognize a New York dude finessing you. You don't know how to recognize that. That's not Jay's fault, New York. That's not his fault. Now, where Jay's wrong is he never says, yo, boy, all people want from Jay is, yo, man, I'm going to get that bag. And that's it. Everybody will be off him. But, you know, he gave that impression like he cared. Now we fast forward to Target.
Yeah.
Now, it's a bad situation. Jay, if I could talk to you personally for a minute, that package is smoking, bro. I didn't mean it. Just, yo, listen, New York. We all mad that he put that in Target, but don't get it twisted. That, what is it called?
Exclusive white vinyl.
Of what?
The Reasonable Doubt 30.
Listen, I promised Nessa I'm not going to buy it, and I'm not. I don't know if Maria bought it.
Hold on. Let me see
But
what you're saying over here. Salute to you, Caramel Complicated. Sorry, complete. Sorry? Yeah. Complicated, if I'm not mistaken. I'm fucked up today. Charlamagne has an impenetrable spirit, laugh out loud. He doesn't care about this mess. Pump Faker Flex is revealing in this because he's a bitter exposed loser. Big mouthed bulldog, I guess. Yeah. You know what? You ain't wrong. I'm not getting new information from this. Like, I already knew that Charlamagne was in the room for that whole press conference that was going on with Jay-Z. That wasn't new information. Let me play a little bit more of this before I get to the next video in this here. But yeah, he's not revealing new information. He's just basically taking his pot shots now that he sees that there's blood in the water.
No, I'm not buying it. Maria, before you get a chance for his husband. Okay. I'm not going to buy it. I got to tell her Nessa the truth. I was bringing it up that I kind of liked it. Nessa got silent on me on the phone.
Yeah.
I stopped bringing it up.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying, New York. I know this Target is a situation. I'm going to get to that talk. But that white vinyl right there, Reasonable Doubt, I mean, it's smoke.
All right. Go ahead.
It's hot. It is.
We don't care about
I don't want to front. Listen, after today, let's do no more Jay-Z slander. He's going to Yankee Stadium for 3 nights.
Okay. Now he's going to be on Jay-Z's knob for the next, I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever. So the internet has been getting at him, or more like Akademiks TV, a.k.a. Grand Wizard Chat nigga, has been getting at people like Joe Button, like, yo, so y'all ain't talking about this. They did talk about it briefly, but things like this are now starting to pop up, the AIs.
Okay, Joe, here's your usual order. Chocolate cake with low-fat milk. By the way, are you going to talk about the Akademiks and Charlamagne the God War?
I'm gonna have to take the music out of this after.
Here is your Zep-boned refill. Oh, and by the way, are you going to talk about the Akademiks and Charlamagne the God War? It's getting spicy.
And spicy.
Sorry, buddy, just doing my job. Tell Ice I said hi.
What up, Ice?
Oh, are you going to talk about the Akademiks and Charlamagne the God War?
Look at his face. What an AI. I gotta bring out the dirty wife beater, bro. Or it's tank top. I heard wife beater is like a derogatory term to use now. Gotta bring out the dirty tank top with the Newports, fam. Let's go.
It's time.
It's time. Yo, Mr. Whispers has been giving me entertainment with these AI prompted things that he's been creating. But it gets worse. Whack 100 reveals crazy information about Charlamagne the God and how he tried to block DJ Envy from absorbent amounts of money that he makes over there at the Breakfast Club or at iHeart, as well as other business opportunities. And he did it in flagrant ways. Now, again, Charlamagne the God, if he does see this, because listen, this live is getting a lot of viewers, smash that like. Smash the fork out of that like. But Charlamagne, if he does see this, these are all allegations that are being made by other content creators, and I am just reacting. No lawsuits for me, please.
Charlamagne, to whoever's sending me this, knows Charlamagne personally, because they're referring to him as Lenny.
Yeah, because what's his real name? Like Lennar?
So Lenny had to clean his image. So he and Karen decided to fire Wax before the story broke. But to get back at him from fucking the side chick, Lenny was having the city deny Wax's permits for his butcher shop. Wax doesn't know Lenny was behind this. Now it's finna get deeper. You want to start some shit? If you don't want to start no shit.
You're saying that Charlamagne is so tapped in with the local government in, I don't even know where he would live at, but that he was able to stop his newfound op, his former bodyguard, Wax, from being able to open a butcher shop?
Now, this is the crazy part. Wax is going to know if he, in fact, was trying to open his butcher shop and kept getting denied. He's going to know this. Now, this next one, Envy, you my guy.
Oh, no.
You my guy. But this the Adam and Wax show, and I think you should know. Lenny was very envious of DJ Envy. He used to go to iHeart negotiations mad because he didn't understand how Envy has so much money. So he told them he had to be the highest paid of them all, or he was going to Satellite or Hot 97. So one of the execs told Lenny that Envy isn't paid a lot. He got all that money from a big lawsuit and fronts like he works hard for it. So Lenny was trying to get a new person to replace Envy and Angela. They couldn't drop Envy because he had some clause in his contract, but he was able to use his leverage to diminish Envy's bag during renegotiations. Then when Envy got a house in Saddle River, Lenny sold the one he had in Heldon and went and brought a bigger one in the same town to flex. And he brags to us that Envy only got the house because he sued Mary J. Blige for it. I don't want to read the next one because that's some other shit.
DJ Envy got rich by suing Mary J. Blige.
Listen, bro, now here's the thing. Here's the thing. DJ Envy's gonna know if at any time during renegotiations, his shit went down and Charlamagne's went up.
Okay.
Right? And Wax is gonna know.
Adam's fact checking.
If he ran into these problems at the butcher shop. Now, during my investigation, I was told
Adam don't want no lawsuits, so he's fact checking ASAP.
That my spy is on point with the apartment that he lived at in Jersey.
And for the record, according to Google, DJ Envy has never sued Mary J. Blige, but we might not know.
I did hear something about Mary J., but I don't know.
Interesting.
But Envy's gonna know if at any time in his negotiations some shit started to happen. Come to find out, you know whose apartment Charlamagne was staying in?
Who?
The dude Kev.
the chick, what's her name? Williams.
Kevin.
Wendy Williams' husband.
Okay.
So they said, Wack, you're not bullshitting. The condo in Fort Lee was Wendy Williams' husband's spot.
Okay.
So I started digging. I called a few New Yorkers. I said, hey, bro, did Kev have a spot in Fort Lee? They like, yeah, he would hardly be there. I think he let Charlamagne stay there. I said, so what happened with them? He said, from what we know, there he goes. They just said in so many words, some freaky, funny shit was going on and Kev had to get him out of there. Wow.
Whack.
Is it on? Because Adam's telling me it's on, so I'm dropping more new.
This is getting out of hand. I want to see if I can find just something quickly before I get to my next link that I have on my list. Charlamagne. Because this leak is coming from somewhere. Somebody's hitting Wacko Hunter up with all this information. Wendy Williams. Okay, so Charlamagne got fired. Wendy Williams. Charlamagne says they're still family. Interesting. I never saw this.
Wendy Williams says the firing of her radio right-hand man came out of nowhere to her as well as the fans. And as far as the real reasoning behind...
Oh, it came out of nowhere to her as well as her fans.
The layoffs, the queen of all media separates fact from fiction.
I was told that he wouldn't be with the show anymore.
Wendy Williams broke the news to her WBLS radio listeners this week, and fans are in shock after learning her radio hype man, Charlamagne, will no longer be on the show.
Oh my God. For real? For real. That's like amazing. Tonight on the news.
Did he say something crazy on the air? Is it one of those things?
No. I just wanted to be clear that I did not fire Charlamagne, and he is still my friend.
On the radio show.
Oh my God. We know where the leak is coming from at this point, gang. All of this information about wax, all of that extra shit. It's not just one. It's coming from a source. Like the personal shit. Yes, he was living in the apartment or an apartment that her husband had, or they both had together, right? Kevin Williams, right? If I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. He was living in that apartment and he got kicked out of said apartment after some shady shit was going on. But he also said that he was exposing her ex-husband during that whole time because he was fucking his side chick or some shit. I don't remember exactly how the story went. It's very mixy.
Today, the calls have been nonstop with rumors about the split. And tonight, right here on My 9, Wendy sets the record straight.
In a nutshell, budgets. You know, radio, like all other businesses, is suffering right now.
And I can believe
budgets,
that. You know, it's a bad economic time all across the board, everywhere. So everybody's trying to pinch pennies.
Charlamagne, who came to New York by way of South Carolina 2.5 years ago, was not exactly welcomed with open arms, but he eventually became a fan favorite, even with his politically incorrect and sometimes offensive comments.
It's the live premiere of the Wendy Williams Show.
This past summer, Wendy made the crossover from radio to TV with her brand new syndicated talk show. The 6-week sneak peek was a huge success and will be back next year on our sister station, Fox 5. Wendy says internet bloggers are running rampant, questioning the health of the show amid the radio cuts.
The radio show is a separate situation from the television show. The television show is doing very well, and people are very excited.
As for Charlamagne's future, he will be making guest appearances on the TV show, and with a book, CD, and movie deal in the works, his career is far from over.
I got nothing but respect for Inner City Broadcasting. It was a
Wow.
honor to even be working there and being.
Look at the foreshadowing, eh? Book, TV, all of those deals from back in the days.
That position.
So again, the Wendy Williams experience on WBLS is going nowhere as far as the television show. It is debuting.
Yes. Thank you, Caramel. You're right, Friday. Sharina Hudson and Cedar God from South Carolina. Sharina was Kevin Hunter's mistress by the way of Cedar God. That's the mess. Kevin Hunter, he's had multiple rants about this guy. Like, vicious rants. Look at this. Slams him. Wendy Williams files for divorce. I wonder if Charlamagne doesn't like Wendy Williams' husband. Oh my God.
It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant. The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
It's Columbia, South Carolina, the 803. I introduced her to Kev.
Here we go.
Kelvin Hunter.
This is the mole, Charlamagne. This is the person who you need to check for because you've been going crazy on this nigga Pause for years. And now the chickens are coming to roost, bro.
And Sharina Hudson. If you've been listening to the Breakfast Club,
Bing,
I've been
bullseye.
telling y'all little things here and there. I give it to the Brilliant Idiots audience since the cat is out the bag. The reason I don't even rock with Wendy and Kevin anymore is because of Sharina. Sharina was the homie. That was the homie from Columbia, South Carolina, the 803. I introduced her to Kev, back in the day. And the reason we fell out is because we was in Jamaica one time, right? And when we was all in Jamaica, it was a WBLS. When I used to work at BLS with Wendy, it was a WBLS getaway. So we're all in Jamaica.
This is also why he got fired.
Me, Wendy, Kev, he flew his mistress out. You know what I'm saying? This was years ago. This had to be like 08.
Kev has his mistress out there with his wife.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is Wendy aware of this?
No, not at the time. I don't think so. Not that I know of. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, she wanted to get with Wax, right? His mistress wanted to get with Wax. Later on down the line.
And Wax is in this debacle too. Wow. What's this clip? Charlotte, this is on Andrew Schultz's page from 7 years ago. 2000. Oh my God. Oh, what a tangle wed we weave. When do we practice to deceive?
He got mad at me because he said that I was trying to hook Wax and Sharina up. So when I say that he's a legendary sucker on some legendary sucker shit,
I remember listening
the
to
reason
this.
we fell out is because of his mistress. Now, mind you, at the time, you might have known this girl maybe a year. You know what I'm saying? Man, you've been rocking for like 3-4 years. You might have known this girl for maybe a year. And you say, fuck him because you think I'm trying to hook her up with my man. When the reality,
you know what the full circle moment about this is? If any of the allegations are true, and these are just allegations, if he got into beef with Kevin Hunter because Wax, his ex-bodyguard, was trying to smash Kevin's side chick, this is also full circle, the same beef that people are alleging he has with Wax, where Wax is was trying to smash one of his side chicks. Oh my God.
The reality is she just liked him. Like, so that's why, so if anybody ever wants to know why me, Wendy Williams, and Kevin Hunter don't fuck with each other,
ironic,
it's because of that. Now, Wendy doesn't know this. So when Wendy gets on Elvis Duran's show and Wendy says, who, in reference to me, when my name comes up, like, who is that? Don't ask me about people I don't know. I can't even be mad at Wendy because I don't know what the fuck he told Wendy. It's not like he went to Wendy and said, yeah, yo, he tried to hook up, my side chick with his man, so we don't fuck with him no more. You didn't go to her and say that. So there's no telling what he said to her.
So all these
That's
years,
why he lost his job.
Wendy has been hating you, potentially, under false pretense that you don't even know.
Absolutely.
Because of this scumbag Kevin.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that just explains why some of the vitriol that he has, and this is just this is one of the older clips. He had more recent clips when when Wendy Williams was going through the mental issues that she's currently going through. He had more recent clips going at Kevin Hunter. So that's the leak to some of the information as far as this personal life. Now, let's get back to stuff that's going on in his business life. We have other people who are getting into the pylon over here. Ray Daniels speaks on Charlamagne's blatantly lying about being paid, being a paid Rock Nation shill or a shill for Rock Nation. Okay, and this is obviously courtesy of Grand Wizard Chat Nigga. So let's play this.
Jay-Z, him being a part of the Wayno announcing that Charlamagne's really an investor in Jay-Z's casino. That's something to look at. That's something to pay attention to. I just want to say that.
You want to go ahead and get into it real quick?
Well, for me, Charlamagne called me a little while ago about something I said about Jay, right? We just talked, right? Like, I love Charlamagne. He's one of my idols. I tell him that. And he was like, kind of correct me about something I said about Jay. And I was like, cool. I just heard him. And he was like, I don't work with him, and I was like, and I believed him. I still believe him. I don't believe he works with him, but that is weird that y'all in business together on a casino and you don't say that. That's to me, this is the first time where I'm like, Charlamagne, you tripping, bro. Like, you give it to everybody. It's time to give it to you now, bro. Like, how are you talking about this casino and now all of a sudden they saying you're an investor in it? He got to respond to that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He has to, bro. In my opinion, it's like that's like a big deal right now.
Because he been getting on Akademiks' head about Drake and all them with Steak and all the things that they be doing. But
Bro, he made me look at my Drake, my Jay-Z take differently. Like, he made me look at my Jay-Z take differently. It's like, and by the way, I still believe that he's speaking from the heart. But when you speak from the heart, you still should give certain details. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm in the casino business with him, even just for the record, right? Just, you have to throw it out there. But when you don't and someone does, it looks like you're hiding. Right. And Charlamagne is a nigga that digs for information. So why are you hiding that?
Okay, you know what? And I want to ask this somebody even, and everybody else in the chat could also respond to this, but specifically Caramel. You think you think this gentleman is okay now? He's unbothered by all of the pylon and all of these different media heads and media figures, or talking heads, and media figures who are talking shit about him while he's gone on his vacation. Why would you post this with this caption, right? And play the Jay-Z song in the back if you're unbothered? You would just you wouldn't look at your phone. You wouldn't be in your phone. He said he was going to disconnect. He ain't going to be looking at the worldwide nigga net until he gets back off the vacation. Is he back off vacation early and we don't know something? Because, yes, he looks unbothered in this beautiful water over here, but he might be bothered just a little bit. He might have thick skin. We're supposed to have thick skin if we're in the media. But my God, how many people can pile on and just say that you're a shit human? So, in conclusion,
people who said
we might be able to get a conversation going on here, and this is courtesy of Cousin Tino. DJ Akademiks confirms he and Charlamagne the God are planning an unedited sit-down this week, says the full conversation should air on both platforms. DJ Akademiks says that he and Charlamagne the God are expected to sit down for a conversation sometime this week after the public back and forth. According to Akademiks, the discussion will not take place on Brilliant Idiots. Instead, he says both sides are working towards a standalone interview that will be released in full without edits on both of their platforms. Jeez. Okay, so let's hear what Ak got to say.
Ak may have, Ak might be ducking smoke, or maybe Charlamagne ducking smoke. Neither of us ducking smoke. There's no really smoke there, I think, but we never know. We never know. Okay. I've done some negotiations. I said, listen, I'm not doing Brilliant Idiots. This is not Brilliant Idiots. Y'all not going, I don't know if Schultz is filming a movie or whatever, but y'all not going to like get this as now. I said, and this hasn't been finalized yet, but it seems to be something where it's going to be me and Charlamagne, not off the record, not Brilliant Idiots. We're going to figure out what it's going to be. That's happening soon. I won't tell you what date, but it is happening this week. My thing is, we could jointly put it out, and I was big on the filming of it. Now I'm going to be honest, and I got to let you know everything going into this. So Alex Media was kind of middleman, and I was saying to him, let
me read this comment over here. Salute to you, Caramel. I doubt it. Laugh out loud. This isn't See the God's first media revolt. He's from the school of Wendy Williams, Drama Cell. See the God also exposes himself. So all of this is old news or fabricated. That's my take. You know what? I'm a fan of Charlamagne the God. So this is like really fucking me up. So I'm not going to disagree with you. He has dealt with wild shit before. But this new media wild shit with all of these clip farmers and clippers and all type of shit, like, as time evolves, you're dealing with a different animal. You know what I'm saying?
Said, bro, you know my whole thing is to go into a neutral platform. He was trying to call himself neutral. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck you neutral, nigga? You film Brilliant Idiots and you film Flagrant. Like, Charlamagne's your nigga. Nevertheless, he says, hey, listen, you know, production wise, I think we could do. I'm like, all right. I said, listen, I don't want no edits. I don't want Desiree Perez. I don't want Jay-Z. I don't want Blue Ivy. I don't want nobody editing nothing. We just gonna do it. Which to what he agreed, and I'll tell you off rip, we'll be having a backup copy of the recording happening as well. So if any shiesty Rock Nation business, you know, because you never know. Chat, when I sat through the deposition, if they could have edited that, they would have did that too. So anyway, that will be happening. Charlotte did text me. It's the first time I've seen him in my phone for like since he told me he was gonna make me cool with Rock Nation. You know, it's been a while. He said
this nigga was like, all right. Probably on the vacation, sitting at the edge of the bed. Him and wifey. I never seen Charlamagne's wife's face ever until now. And it's not like I was like he's been hiding her. Like he has some stuff with her on the red carpet. Hold on a second. My cat's all up in my wires and shit. Oh, my brother. All right. It's not like he's hiding her, but he barely posts pictures with his wife intentionally because he tries to separate his family life from the media life, as he should, as I do, right? But, bruh, when I saw the picture of the man's wife put up on the screen, I'm like, these niggas is just going crazy. They're trying to find everything on this guy and his life. So he probably was sitting on the vacay, like, yo, fresh out the water in the beautiful waters of Anguilla. Said, you know what? Let me text this nigga Ak. Let me figure this shit out. I got to get back to America, and this shit we gotta cool this shit off. All right? Big Axe link up with on the July 31st. Listen, I'm trying. We'll see.
The Ak, are we locked in? Locked in. So this week, y'all will see something.
This week.
Again, I'm in favor of both our platforms putting out a version of it. And when I mean a version of it, the whole version. No
Uncut.
Edits, no nothing. We'll see how that goes. Okay, chat. Again, I will have a backup copy that at least me or even him can be like, nah, niggas blindsided me. Okay. Truth be told,
what they need to do is live stream that bitch. That's how you know you can't take shit out. Live stream that bitch. Even if you have to live stream something in the background where while you guys are running the interview that's going to have edits in it, when you don't really need to do that. Okay? You can use a switcher and do an interview and have multiple camera angles. That's not a problem. It's like the technology allows us to do that now. Okay? But we might need that. If you want to really, really, really get an uncut version of what y'all are talking about, do it live. Right? Set up all of the cameras, all of the black magics all over the place. Do what you got to do. Connect it to your switcher and do that bitch live.
More than the conversation, I'm worried about the Rock Nation assassins get me. So like, unfortunately, you know, I've linked with Charlotte a bunch of times, but this might be the time I got to bring security. Not for Charlotte, but if I think he's doing what I think he's doing, which means Jay know I'm popping up there, Desiree know I'm popping up there.
The back door.
It's probably on the Rock Nation whiteboard. I might as well bring some security. You never know. They might be like, let's take him out now. Let's take him out. So I'll be going in fully equipped. But we're going to have the conversation. However it goes, the people will be able to score.
Bring Drake with you.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited.
Bring the boy with you. I would like to see that. Just walk in the room, you, and then just have just Drake standing in the background, not saying shit.
About that.
Chubb's there too.
I don't know how things, you know, I think things have went a little bit kind of off the rails a little. Well, not really off the rails, but I think a lot of people said, you know, Charlamagne might not be having the best week.
You think?
Now, that's not at my behest, but everybody's jumping out the window.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Ak. You know I fuck with you, my nigga, but don't say that it's not at my behest. Yes, he has to take accountability for some of his own actions. But you dropped the bombshell and everybody started to eat, brother. Don't do that. It's not at my behest. I didn't reveal that he worked for Rock Nation. I didn't pull up the files with his name underneath the Rock Nation list for the bid for the casino. It wasn't me.
I think a lot of people said, you know, Charlamagne might not be having the best week. Now, that's not at my behest, but everybody's jumping out the window. Now, all I did, and I want to be very clear, is just point out that while Charlamagne has been reaching out to me and, you know, he has positioned himself as a comrade and an associate and an affiliate and a friend and a mentor and an idol, he has never, ever told me that he has any affiliation with Rock Nation until I found it in a New York State document. Okay? How ironic. Imagine if you're Jewish, somebody came to tell you, nigga, Hitler don't care about you. All of a sudden, you see them like walk to the bathroom and they kind of lift up their shirt and you see a swastika. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck? How? Anyway. Shout to Funk Flex. You know, Funk Flex looked like he's tapped into what's going on these digital streets. He was speaking up on he had to address Charlamagne as well. Now, I do want to say, you know, and I know y'all might be confused, not too much on Charlotte now. For anybody, like I have not greenlit any type of attacks on his family. I know he's a family man. I know there's things beyond just going back and forth as media personalities that I know he cares about, that he's told me cares about, that even though at this point, I think a lot of people would say, bro, you caught your man's working with the ops, I would still not greenlit, and I would not agree with those things. However, Funk Flex took an opportunity to address a lot of things about it.
Looking at this right now, and
chat, there's a lot of they just got to chat. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The reason why I'm going in with maximum security, I might have to wear a bulletproof vest in that podcast room in Charlotte. I'm gonna tell you why. I think Jay-Z and Desiree Perez are realizing that little boy Akademiks, man, we can't fuck with him. We sent the big dog out, and the narrative still ain't working. And when they can't defeat the narrative, they just got to defeat you. Chat, I'm being honest with y'all. We have unveiled something that people have speculated nobody's ever really talked about. By the way, I have something else. Just wondering if I should drop it on this stream or I should wait for the meetup. But
drop it.
You're going to start realize, chat, there's a lot of interconnected webs. A lot of interconnected webs. There's even one more tentacle I haven't exposed yet. And I probably should do it today, but since I know Charlotte is back and he's just keeping quiet, I'm pretty sure they're putting him in the Rock Nation boot camp on how to.
This is what the fuck I'm talking about. You hear what he just said right there?
Oh, the belt.
Chat, there's a lot of interconnect and expose yet. And I probably should do it today, but since I know Charlotte is back.
Since I know Charlotte's back. So 10 days. The 10 days are over. He's back on American soil. That's why he posted this. Oh. Remember, this is from 16 hours ago. Okay. So we're going to get some Charlamagne content by the weekend. What's today? Tuesday? They usually film Brilliant Idiots on a Wednesday or a Thursday, depending on the availability of whoever. We might get a Charlamagne episode by Friday.
And he's just keeping quiet. I'm pretty sure they're putting him in the Rock Nation boot camp on how to handle when we sit down, right? So Charlotte is getting, he's in the hyperbolic Rock Nation chamber on how to try to figure this out. I got a couple more tricks. I would drop it tonight, but maybe I just drop it in person. I will just say that. Charlotte's back on vacation, but he's quiet. Now, I want to just keep saying, again, I don't hate Charlamagne, but I think it's very clear Charlamagne works with people I don't like. Right? Like, I think that's clear, right? Now, now that's a reputation hit. Because niggas can say, A.W.O.L, you have a chain. Well, I don't got an employee badge. A.W.O.L, you got a chain. Well, my name ain't listed as a sponsor of the whole company and their financial efforts. A.W.O.L, you got a chain. Well, I'm not. Listen, there's levels to this. Anybody could see me from a mile away. A.W.O.L been fucking with Dre. That's his favorite artist. That's not no surprise. I wear it on my sleeve. I'll let y'all know. This is no hidden shit. It only becomes egregious when you're not being fully transparent. And unfortunately, I think that's the web that Charlamagne has kind of landed himself into. And I'm very excited on how he's going to try to get out of that.
Me too.
How does he tell us? Well, not really. No. Well, Drake gave you the chain, but I know don't worry. We're ready for it.
You try to make people believe.
Who is typing in the background while they're screen recording this shit, bro? They need to turn off the volume or some shit on their phone. I don't know what they need to do. You can't be screen recording and typing, my nigga. Anyhow, that's besides the point. There we have it. The media proxy wars are still going on. We're going to still tap in. I think somebody said in the chat earlier, 4 weeks later, we're still on this. Listen, about 2 weeks ago, I was like, all right, this is the last we probably will be talking about this. And then something else happened, and I was like, we probably going to be talking about this for weeks to come. So here we are. This is probably week 5. I don't know how many pieces of content that I've created on this right now. Maybe maybe the 5th or 6th thumbnail that I had to create or, ask ChatGPT to help me create. So stay tuned. There's more on the way from what we've established. Charlamagne the God is back on American soil. Him and Akademiks will be linking up, possibly linking up to do an interview or to just, flush things out in person, and we'll get to watch it uncut. So we'll see what happens. All right. I'll keep y'all posted, obviously.
Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.